Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today what I'm going to be talking about is habit number 7, creating a to-do list and staying organized. So within the 30 Days of Discipline Challenge, you're asked to basically maintain a to-do list, which you're asked of 5 things that you have to add to this to-do list every day, and you're basically supposed to complete those 5 things. I have been accustomed to creating to-do lists and goal lists and things like that for several years now. Basically always been something that I like to do. It just keeps me going with doing productive things on the side, even if it comes down to just doing simple chores like around the house, like doing dishes or, doing laundry, things like that just need to be done. It's very easy to keep track of with a to-do list. So if you've never really done this before, I really highly recommend it because it's helped me drastically in my life and makes it a lot easier to get things done. I know even today, well, first of all, let me mention something. So with this particular program, what I've been doing that I've sort of changed from what I've always done is I actually decided to, instead of having like a to-do list where I just like have things to do and I do them at my own leisure, I've been creating a to-do list each day where I actually have specific items that I need to do. That's what you're asked of during this challenge. And normally, I had... I think I've mentioned this even in another video. I had like something I just put off for like months, and I finally went and did it, and now it's over and done with. And it's like, if I had just done that before and like made it a goal, like, okay, today I'm gonna get this done, it'd be a lot easier to sort of stick to that instead of just like procrastinating things. Even though I'm the one taking the due diligence to like make these goals already, I really wanted to make it easier on my life by tasking myself with specific things. So I'm trying not to overburden like my daily tasks, and it makes it a lot easier for me to focus. I mean, even today, making this particular video is on my to-do list. Like doing this video, that's something that's on my to-do list. So beyond that, I guess I'll talk a little bit about how I'm keeping track of this and what you can do too. What I've been doing is using a program called Evernote. It's free to use. What you can do with Evernote is you can actually track pretty much what they call notes that you create inside of it. You can add like Word documents or other files, PDFs, anything you want. And the biggest thing about Evernote that's really beneficial is that it will sync to all of your devices or locations. So if I put in a note in right now into my, like, let's say I make a grocery list, I could then go to the supermarket, pull up the app right on my phone, and sync it right into my phone, and I'm going to be able to see that same grocery list. If I'm at the computer, it's so much easier than like getting a pen and paper and just starting to actually like write everything down, and then I can basically put it in here, and I can even reuse it over and over again. It's not going to become like a crumpled, folded up piece of paper. So that's sort of like the day and age for me. I know some people still like to actually physically write things down, but whatever works for you. I mean, if you like that, then I would say do that. But I've had a lot of success with Evernote, and that's how I keep all of my stuff organized. I've been able to sort of like segregate everything into different categories, like different online marketing tasks that I work on or things that I've learned. It's just a really great tool, and I've really become accustomed to using that. Another thing that I've done, which also works really, really well, if you want to get a little, I don't want to say more organized, but I guess maybe a better format and easier to share with other people. I think that's the biggest benefit is I'll use the Google Drive. I'll go into Google Drive and I'll make a spreadsheet, and I'm actually going to give you an example. You know what? I'm going to pull it up right now. Obviously, I'm not going to show this on video, and if you're listening on the podcast, you're not going to see this, but I'm going to explain it so you can understand it. So I'm going to go into the to-do list I've made for my e-commerce store. I've basically created a to-do list. It's as simple as at the top I have something that just says the topic, e-commerce store tasks, and then I've got the description. I make a priority, what the status is, and then any comments. So with the priority, I usually do something you could do low, medium, high. You could color code, or you could do like on a scale 1 to 5. Status, I usually just do one of 3 things. Either it's blank, or it could be not started would be like ideal, in progress, or completed. And then as you complete things, you know, like for completed, I mark it blue. For in progress, I might mark it red or something, whatever you want. And then what I've done in the past is I might separate all the tasks like into different things. I know it's funny because I used to work for another company doing e-commerce, and my boss at the time, he would always have these ideas in his head of like all the things he wanted to get done, and he would just come into work and sort of like work on things and never really had anything written down, like no real like task list. And I just don't understand how he was working like that. And I basically showed him how to use Drive, and even to this day, I was the one who created the document. So I can pop in there and I can see like he hired some new guy named David. I don't even know who it is. And he's still using the exact same spreadsheet that I created for him, creating tasks for his whole team. I mean, it's a small team. Like this company was like 10 people. But I got him hooked on that, and he was the CEO of the company. He wasn't even using any sort of organization to get things done. So it's just kind of funny to me to see like how he's transition and like pick that up. And it's so simple. It really makes it very easy to get things done. Like I said earlier, the biggest thing is I was able to share that document with him, so he could be at a computer in the other room, and we could be in the document at the same time, like updating things, changing things, and there's not going to be any conflicts. He was a big advocate of using Dropbox, and documents like this, you don't want to do Dropbox because you could have conflicts and things like that, and you're going to run into some real issues. So that's kind of like my take on to-do list organization, I guess. I'm already noticing results. At the time I'm recording this, I'm about day 6 into the program. Obviously, if you're listening, I've done all the habits in a certain order just so you can get an idea of what everything is, what I'm going to be doing in this program. But it definitely does drastically help. I'll be making another video sort of at the end of the 30 days to explain maybe like how much it has actually helped me. Talk to you later.